After spending its first day in space, orbiting Earth and testing its Orion capsule, the crew of Artemis II is right now, at this moment, headed to the moon. We've got video for you of the nearly 6-minute engine burn that pushed Artemis II out of the Earth's orbit last night. You can see the video feed was moving quite slowly, but get this, the trans-lunar injection burn pushed the ship's speed to around 24,500 miles per hour. And we can also show you live feeds coming in from NASA. It shows mission control on the top left and a live feed from the capsule. I believe that's the bottom left of your screen. It is now 75,000 miles from Earth. The crew is scheduled to reach the moon and complete a lunar flyby on Monday. After the burn took place, we heard from the crew of Artemis II.
It was pretty tense moments there for a second, and when we got done that burn, we just kind of looked at each other as a crew. We have been to the moon before in 1969, 1968 through 1972. It's been a long time since we've been back. And I got to tell you, there is nothing normal about this. Sending 4 humans 250,000 miles away is a Herculean effort. And we are now just realizing the gravity of that.
That is so awesome. And for more, we're joined now by Chris Cassidy. He's a former NASA astronaut and retired Navy captain. Chris, good morning to you. That was an incredible moment to hear from the crew in the capsule. Yesterday, they tested systems. Now they're on their way to the moon. What are they likely focused on? What is the work underway?
Well, good morning. Great to be with you. And right now, with the risk of the launch, the risk of the TLI burn kind of now behind them in the rearview mirror, now they're focused on running the systems through their paces. And that's as simple as using the facilities, bathroom, breathing the air. The life support system is absolutely a critical piece of the test of the whole mission to make sure that it can support the life and the crew. It's curious to hear their thoughts on the burn. You know, when you're in a small capsule like that and you fire an engine for 6 minutes, that's a long time. And every display, every digit on the screen that they're watching, I'm sure they're watching intently as they've been doing that in the simulators for probably 100 or 50 to 100 times over the past couple of years. But this is a real one. And I can appreciate what he means about there's some tense moments as they're watching the burn targets tick down to 0.
Yeah, let's talk more about that, because we heard Mission Commander Reed Wiseman say how nothing about going to the moon is normal, no matter how much you practice. And the crew did experience some tense moments during that trans-lunar injection burn. So as a former astronaut, what do you think he means by that?
Well, of course, I'm not in the capsule and I'm not in mission control, so I don't know if he's talking about something specific or just the general tense feeling that it is, knowing how critical this burn is to keep to the very specific degree that it needs to be to fire it from near Earth to get you all the way around the moon and on a trajectory that will bring you splashing down off the coast of California with one targeted burn. So the degree of accuracy is really important, and I'm sure that's what he's talking about, just making sure that everything they're monitoring, because they have actions where they can take over and step in if need be, and the checklist will walk them through all that. And they've done that in the simulator, I'm sure, but when it's real and there's the models that the simulator are based on are doing their best, there's no real data to prove those models, and this is that data.
Now, while the rest of us trying to enjoy an Easter weekend, this test crew is headed toward the moon with an expectation it will fly around it on Monday. What are you watching closely for next?
Well, you know, I enjoyed the video that we just saw of them making that phone radio call from inside the capsule. It gives you a sense of how small that space is that they have to spend the next week in. Imagine taking a road trip with your family in really smaller than a minivan. People say minivan, but when you put all the gear and equipment, and you saw underneath Jeremy and in the left-hand side of the screen you're looking at right now, that big cargo strapped monster of suits and seats and all the things that they needed to disassemble, there's not a whole lot of room. And in that same space, they have to exercise, they have to go to the bathroom, they have to sleep, they have to operate the vehicle. So privacy and space is something that is not a luxury for them. They have to give it to each other and operate for a week together in that really small space.
We've all seen fights over who can control the radio on a road trip, so hopefully they get along swimmingly well. Chris Cassidy, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Good morning.